G'day, thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to be looking at this wall listening device. Oh, that's shiny. So what this is, it's essentially a microphone on this side here, a little amplifier inside, and then it's got a headphones jack there, so you plug in some headphones and then you can listen to this side here. But the way this actually works is it's not a traditional microphone where it listens to that sound, but this thing here actually is on a spring. So that is what actually picks up the vibration from walls or any sort of hard surfaces. So if I show you how that works, I don't really have a wall handy, but I got this 2x4. So you can put that on there and you can see that little spring moving in. So this will sit on a wall. You hold it nice and firm there, and then as that wall vibrates, or as the sound comes through the wall, that center bit there will move up and down extremely finely to actually pick up that sound. So you can see if I just hold it straight there flat with the wall, that whole bit just sticks out, which obviously you can't do that on a wall. You put it flat up against it, but just for demo there of how much that actually goes in. There we go. So now I'll get rid of that wall and we can actually have this on. So you do have on the outside this potentiometer here as well that turns the whole device on, and you can see that little blue light there lights up, and then adjusting this just adjusts the sensitivity. So I don't think I can really demonstrate this, but if I plug in the headphones, turn it all the way up, okay, that'll just beep at a high frequency, but I might be able to pick this up. See, as I touch that, it sort of rattles and makes a bit of sound, but it won't really be able to pick anything up. Other way. So I have used this, I've tried it on a wall and it does work pretty well, but I've tried better headphones. These are pretty crappy, very, very cheap ones. So I just plugged in big headphones and then noise cancelling the outside as well, so it cancelled everything and just to amplify that sound. And it does work pretty well. You can hear through a brick wall relatively okay. It just seems like it's held together, or it's in two bits, but there must be something holding it together there, so I wonder if that just unscrews. Okay, now it doesn't feel like it. So I'll take these two sides off, or the top and the bottom, because I think it's just a little metal foil on it. And there's probably going to be some screws underneath that. Okay, so there's nothing on this side, just that plastic. So I'll take this cover off here and see if there's anything on this side. There we go. There we got two screws, just Phillips screws holding that together. And then this cap just came right off that potentiometer. It just looks like just a standard hobby or cheap potentiometer, and this cap just comes on top. Nice, so really long screws to actually hold all that together. Alright, and then taking it apart. Alright, so this little module here, or that little sort of button I guess on the front, just pops right out. That sits on this. So that's what's attached to that little spring, and that moves up and down. Okay, that's interesting. So it's not actually a spring. See if I can get the whole thing out, and then I'll... Yeah, okay, awesome. So that module just slides out. It's just literally just slid in place, held in there by a couple little holes. Alright, awesome. So I thought this was... Okay, I thought this was going to be an actual spring, but it's just a bit of foam that's pushed up. And then all we've got in the front here is just a little piezoelectric module. So these things can be used as speakers as well. And they're just a really fine bit of metal sandwiched together. And as you put pressure on that, it just produces a very little voltage which gets passed down to the module and then amplified. So that's interesting. That makes perfect sense. So that's how it's done. But I just thought it'd be a spring. But why bother with the spring if you can just put this on a little bit of foam and it's easier? Because the spring you'd have to have a channel and support it, and this is just a bit of foam. All right, and then that just connects to the underside here. So there's not really much on this side here. So that just connects to the PCB. Yeah, that didn't work that well. That just connects to the PCB. positive and negative there, so it's gonna just go on this. There's not much else on this layer here apart from another bit of foam or double-sided sort of sticky foam, and then we just have a lithium-ion battery that's held on place. So this is rechargeable. It does have a micro USB port here that you can charge it up, so that's what it'll be recharging this little battery here. So everything else is really just going to be on this side here. I might just flip it that way for a bit better light. So we have a 500 kilo ohm potentiometer. That's what turns it on with that nice little click, and then adjusts the actual volume. And as that happens, we also get that blue LED over there that turns on. So I'll turn that off. A little blue LED there that just turns it on to show that the module is on. We've got, again, that little micro USB port for charging. It comes through a little capacitor here. That just looks like a voltage regulator, so this will probably be just part of the actual charging circuit, and the cap will just probably filter the power as well. Then there we've got a little integrated chip, so most likely that's just going to be the actual audio amplification chip, surrounded by a bunch of little capacitors and a couple of resistors there. And then it looks like we just have another little voltage regulator here as well. So one of them might be for the battery power coming in, or even regulating some, or actually could just be a little amplifier as well, pre-amplification before it goes to the main module. And then here we've just got the 3.5mm AUX audio jack. So that's where you plug your headphones in. You can probably see it from this side as well. It just clicks right in there and makes that contact and conducts it. So not much to it. Simple PCB, pretty much one-sided. There's nothing that I can see on this side at all. Just a bunch of tracks. So everything sits on this side here, and really all it is just a little microphone amplification circuit, battery powering it, and then a potentiometer to actually control it. So that's it. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you learned something. If you did, hit that like button. If you want to see more of this sort of stuff, consider subscribing, and have a great day.